So today I'm going to work on the Concept2. Unfortunately, the bungee cord's been shedding some strands. Concept2, however, very nicely sent us under warranty a new bungee cord. It would have been cheap anyway. I've put together a few tools that they recommend. Should be one of them. There's the map of the bungee cord, and they also sent these instructions along with it. And I'm just going to videotape it just for fun. Right, first I've got to take my homemade scroll housing off. Comes off fairly easily, like so. Lift, separate, back down, stand that up. Information arm back. Flip this over.
Update.
Come. Flip it over, I'll just move it back. So plenty of little plastic cover. Right, then the instructions seem to indicate I should pull out the bungee cord. Just this one. And disconnect the hook. Oh, it goes down. There we go. Okay, so that one's upward facing like that. And I think it says I can get the bottom one too, somehow. Which is right here. And that one comes off the top. Like that. Right. With the indications, so I'll just pop this cover off. I'm pulling it out as I'm doing this because it feels pretty loose inside. Oh well, that's going to be fun to get back on. Maybe you just loosen it and don't pull it all the way. Yeah. I'll just put the bolt back to about here. Just on the end of the thread, and maybe I can catch it when it goes back on. Okay, next part, in the instructions I take these out. And it goes 1, 2, and I've got to pull that out of that bit. It's going to be fun with my arthritic hands, but we'll see how we get on. Oh, came out pretty easy. So, oh, look at that. The length you pull it through is equal to the length of the fitting here. I'll have to remember that when I put the new bungee in. Comes out quite easy. You can do this. So now just reaching in, pulling the pull off that roller, reach the bottom. Cord out, and we're left with the chain. Push it in, push it through the gap. Okay, now it's ready to come out. Right, so the next step is to put half of the bungee, the new bungee, which is about there, and no, it's not even there, is it? I'm going to stretch it out, make sure I've got it halfway. Easiest way is just keep the two ends together, and stretch it out, and I've pretty much got that halfway. I'll just push this one into the locked off position, so now I'm just going to push the top one in. Right, so now I'm following the guide picture. I guess they call it the travelling pulley. It's got the cord in it, So the top part of the cord goes around the top of this wheel, bottom goes across the bottom of that one. So I'm going to stick the bottom piece in first, just run it right underneath that wheel, out the other side, go inside of that, there's a metal rod, here we go, looks a lot like this metal rod here. It goes up. Right, so I'm making sure I get it under this bridge piece here. Now I've got it. There it goes. The cord that's away from me stays on the bottom, so I've got to go underneath the shafts in here. Just push it out the end. Right, and the cable that's on the near side to me, or bungee that's on the near side, goes over the top of all that stuff. Okay, so this is the front end of the machine. And I've noticed it's actually quite tight for space getting this bungee cord in. There it goes. So it's tight. When it's in, it's not touching anything. But it is a bit tight for space there. So then I'm just going to feed this right back down. Bottom. Oh, there's another bit of debris. Not from this new one. Maybe from the old one. I'll feed that in. This one's got to go over the top of the sprockets, the chain axles. There's two of them there. Right, so this is the near side bungee, which is going to fit with that bit pointing downwards. I'll refer to the instructions again. I remember when I took it off that it started off at that length. So I'm going to start there. I'm going to push the bungee down the little tapered slot to lock it in place. It's quite tight fit. Okay, goes back through this one just to lock it. It's also a tight fit, and then the rest of it goes in this hole. If I can get it in the hole, like that. So this one goes up and underneath. So I'm gonna, there it goes. Get the chain thing above it like that. Okay. And the other one comes along from the bottom. No, I've got to turn that over. It comes along from the bottom and grabs it like that. Oh. Now I'm going to get the cover back on. Remember, this bracket has to grab a hold of this axle piece here. So I'm going to turn it over so it drops onto it. Hopefully. Keeps flipping over. Must be fun at the factory doing this bit. And I'm fiddling around inside, trying to get the bracket to pop. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so the bracket is popped over inside. Now I can get in here, and I've got my finger on it, so I probably don't need that wrench. I can just use the tool that came with the device and just finish screwing this in. Just a little tension, it doesn't need a lot. Right, last step is I just cleaned off this plastic bit that fits in the bottom. It's kind of an oil guard. Just cleaned off the excess oil. Okay, so that goes in, slides all the way up. Alright, here's the last bit. Just got to hook lift that up. It's back on. Yep. All back together. That's where it goes. Just need a couple of bits of tape to hold it in place. There we go. Now I'm getting a breeze. Yeah, that's better. Nice cool breeze. Makes rowing easy.